Hey Lou, good to see you. I'm just curious. You guys families are supposed to join you guys soon with the second round coming up now. Have you had any family join you? Have you seen anyone yet? Are you planning to have anyone join you soon?
Yeah, my family be here at the end of the week.
What do you think that'll do for you in terms of, I guess, the mental side of things? Not having to see your family for a while, being in this bubble for over a month now.
Yeah, it'll just be good to be around some people that care about you, that you care about, outside of your teammates. This environment can be a little mundane at times, and so to have some fresh energy, have some people in here that you can kind of bounce your energy off of. Especially me. Last time I left, my son was a little smaller. He's crawling around, taking a few steps, got a few teeth now. So I'm excited to see him. Excited to see his growth and as well as his mom and just be around some love. So it's cool.
Next question will go to
Hey Lou, I was wondering if you can take me back to last Wednesday with the players meeting because the Clippers. You had told me when you had reservations about coming down to Orlando to play, you guys voted as a team to all go down and play, and then here you guys are with all the other players from all the other teams wondering whether or not you guys should play. What was that Wednesday like? Doc also said you guys had a second meeting in a hallway to just kind of talk as players about what to do that night. What was that like?
It's a lot, man. It's everything that we're dealing with is overwhelming. We're inside of a controlled environment, outside of yesterday without our families. Um, we're expected to entertain you guys, save the world, speak up on issues that are very personal, that hits home for us. So we're overwhelmed, and so I think a lot of our opinions and a lot of our feelings reflected that last week. Um, and we had another opportunity to speak again as a group, and decided to make a decision and continue to use our platforms. Nothing that we're dealing with is easy. It's not play. Put your career in jeopardy. Put your futures on hold. How you make a livelihood. A lot of people are quick to say, "Why don't you guys just stop playing and just don't play and protest?" And those same people are gonna go to work the next day. Sometimes I just think we get caught up in the entertainment aspect of this business, and people kind of forget that this is the way that we feed our families and this is our livelihoods. And so it was an overwhelming time. It was an overwhelming few days. I'm glad that we got some positive steps out of it to continue on the fight for social injustices to people of color, people in general who have dealt with police brutality. I was happy that out of everything outside of the pause that we were able to provoke some change. So I was proud in that aspect.
Okay, we're gonna go inside Orlando, but to Mark Medina.
Look, good to see it. Your point about the challenges of not being able to see family for a while during this time of bubble. What sort of things do you try to do to be in touch, and how easy or difficult has that been, just given the busyness of the schedule?
It was difficult for me, and I took a different approach personally. I told my girlfriend to kind of relax on the pictures, relax on trying to talk to me as much. It's because you start worrying. And you get caught up in that, and so I just wanted to try to train my mindset to be focused on the moment, focused on the environment that I'm actually in. And now that we're about 72 hours out from me being able to personally see my family, I can kind of relax and be able to see them and welcome them with open arms and a warm heart. So early in this process, I wasn't sure when the next time I was going to be able to see them. So I just had to kind of use the mentality to block it out. So it was difficult.
Okay, we're gonna stay in Orlando, and next question is gonna go to Kyle.
Um, just on that note, trying to stay in the moment, is it easier to kind of see the end of the tunnel, so to speak, when you realize even if you guys go to the finals, like you're more than halfway done? Does that matter? Do the stakes matter?
None of this is easy, bro. I'll just be candid with you. This is extremely different environment. It's difficult. One of the best positives that we do have is the opportunity to compete every day. I've always used basketball as an outlet, as something that if I had something going on outside of the court. I use basketball as an outlet for me to express myself and blow some steam off. And so that's one of the positives. Other than that, I take this a day at a time. I don't overwhelm myself with the road ahead. And that's the best way I can deal with it personally.
Got time for a few more. We'll go to Andrew next.
Hey, Lou, good to see you. Kind of going back to what Ohm was asking him. He asked you about Wednesday night, what that was like. I'm curious about Thursday, the next day. It's reported that kind of you were the one that some players reached out to say, hey, are the Clippers in or are they out on Thursday morning? How did you talk to your players individually? Did you guys all get together to decide that? What was that moment like?
Yeah, we spoke collectively. Every decision we've made thus far, as far as this bubble, before we got here, during, and what we were going to do, we've always made those decisions collectively. We spoke. We had one opinion, and we spoke again. We had a different opinion, and then from that process, we began to weigh the pros and the cons. I think Wednesday night. What's been reported as far as a decision that the Clippers made, it was never a decision. It was a poll being taken in the room, and what was supposed to happen was there was supposed to be a conversation made why this team feels like this and why this team felt like that. Unfortunately, we didn't get that far. Emotions were running high, and then the reports came out that we were one of the teams that say no. So we never had an opportunity to really explain our position. Because truth be told, we didn't really know our positions. Emotions were running high. It was a frustrating time. We felt like we should take a strong stance on things that were going on outside of the bubble in real life, and we just didn't know how to really express that at the time. Thursday, we let cooler heads prevail, and I feel like we made the decision that best fit us.
We got time for one more question. Next question is gonna go to Corey McGetty.
What's up, Lou? How you doing, bro?
What's up, my brother?
Man, I just wanted to talk to you about, the last couple of games you guys played with such a defensive sense of urgency. What was the mindset going into those last games, and did you kind of see your running mate, Trez, start to get back in the flow of playing with great energy and passion on the floor?
I thought we were finding our groove going into the last half of the season before the quarantine began, before the outbreak and everything. And I thought these last few games, we kind of figured out, for us to be a successful basketball team, the things that we need to do on the basketball floor. And we just got back to that. We got back to the basics of knowing what we need to do to win. And we bottled that up. I wasn't really concerned with scoring the basketball. I just wanted to be out on the floor, make sure I got my defensive job, get that down pat, and focused on that. And anything else, we felt like we'd be able to score the basketball based off of making other team miss shots. So we were focused on that, and it worked for us.
Lou, that's all I got for you today, brother. Have a good practice.
Thank you, sir.